Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our new Olympic show, Pass the Torch, where we talk about all the sports that are going on in the Olympics. So, if you want to hear some Olympic talk, this is the show for you. So, tune in. I'm your host, Tramell Jeffers, and I have my crew with me. I have Miss Taylor York,
Hey, hey.
and then I have my guy, Mr. Lance Bledsoe. What's going on, y'all? Y'all doing all right?
I'm
Doing
great.
great on this Monday morning. Monday afternoon. That's how tired I am. But we gonna get to it, man. Come on.
Sir, it is 4:30.
Right, 4:30. He just now waking up. Come on now. But yeah, it's the Olympics going on. It's been pretty interesting so far. Not as good as the previous years, but it's still interesting. You got the basketball team, USA, the women's and men's, they're still in it. You also have swimming still going on. We can get a gold medal in that. Plenty of other sports out there we can still get gold in. So I want to know what you all's opinions are on the Olympics so far.
Well, I'm an Olympic connoisseur. Every year, I'm watching everything. I find everything interesting. I think because of the conditions that we are still in, kind of like made the Olympics not as exciting as it usually is, on top of there being a very drastic time difference between the US and Tokyo, like a 13-hour time difference. So it kind of makes it hard for people. Like, I know with me, I love women's soccer. I'm a huge fan, obviously, because I'm wearing the shirt. But me trying to stay up until 3 a.m. to watch this match or watch softball at like 6 o'clock, it was really hard. And I'm honestly still trying to recover from last week because I did that. So I think that's like the major issue. But I mean, if you kind of think about it, other countries had to do it in the past. So I feel like it's like first world problems. I don't know. I feel like I'm spoiled and my American is showing, but I love the Olympics.
Lance, what you think? What you think about the Olympics so far?
Like you said before, this year Olympics, I don't know what's missing. I think like Taylor says the conditions or us coming back from COVID. I don't know what it is, but it just don't feel right this year. I mean, it's still interesting. You got the basketball team, you got the swimming team, and you got we still number two with gold medals, and we could still get in the lead. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling it this year. I don't know what it is, but maybe USA just not up to part like we usually do back then. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling it this year for some reason. I don't know. I think it's something missing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Lance. I mean, still interesting, like I mentioned earlier, but just not the same as the previous years because the U.S. isn't dominating. I mean, who else are you gonna cheer for when the U.S. isn't winning? So it's like, man, it kind of sucks when you're losing. You used to dominating, you being on top, and now all the countries have pretty much caught up with us, and they're competing with us. Like you said, Lance, we're second in the gold medal race right now. We have 22, and China, they have a 7-point lead. They have 29. But I mean, overall medals, we're in first place. We have 64, and China has 62. But we want to lead with that gold and with the total count of medals. So it's kind of disappointing, but it's been some interesting sports. Like I mentioned, basketball, soccer, swimming, track and field, skateboarding, surfing. I mean, these are sports that some people don't even watch. It's more than just basketball and track. It's a lot more sports out there. So that's something I've been getting into in these Olympics as well. So I paid attention to a couple of other sports, and then water polo. I got to include that too. I love water polo. Yeah, so it's not the same, but it's still pretty good. I love the Olympics. So
I think we have to remember that we had a 5-year difference between the last one and this one instead of like your usual 4. So like for swimming, you have like your older vets who, well, and not even just swimming, just like in general, like the sports overall, the extra year either hurt people or it helped people. I think it hurt the people who are a little bit older than everybody else, because that's like another year added. Whereas the younger people, that extra year kind of prepped them to put them in the space that they're in. Like we had a swimmer from Alaska win, I believe, a gold medal. And I think that extra year kind of helped her and it kind of pushed her. And like, I just love, one of the other things I love about the Olympics is like the stories that you hear from people. Like we had one swimmer, her dad had died maybe 2 months before the trials. He had cancer. And Lily King, who was like one of the GOATs in the pool, told the swimmer's mom, she was like, hey, I'm going to do everything I can to get her on the Olympic team. Like, I'm going to train with her. She drove hours and hours to go to her dad's viewing. They trained together and they finished 1-2 in the trials. And then they finished 2nd and 3rd in the race that they swam together. So I think like those like uplifting stories is like another thing that I really liked about the Olympics as well. You just get to learn about athletes and like, yes, they're like superhumans, but they're still humans.
Right. Now let's go ahead and recap some of the sports that's been going on in the Olympics. And Taylor, you have on the women's U.S. soccer team on your shirt right now. So we're going to start with them first. And if I had to pick somebody that was the most disappointing in the Olympics this year, I would have to go with them. I know Team USA, the men's basketball team, they've been very disappointing. But, I mean, they're still in it. They could still win gold. But the women, they were supposed to win this with ease. I mean, they barely got through in the group stage. First game, they lose 3-0 to Sweden. Wow. Okay, they win the second game 6-1. Then the next game, they have a draw 0-0. So they escaped the group stage with 4 points, and they only got second place in their group. And then we go to the next round, and they get eliminated by Canada with a 1-0 loss. So they're the most disappointing team because they had 2 losses and they had a draw and only 1 win in this entire tournament. So,
Canada since 2001.
That's the most disappointing team. So what do y'all think about track and field?
It's the Jamaicans, man. It's like every major sport, there's always a country that I cannot stand. It's Russia overall. I hate losing to Russia because they cheat. I hate Russia. Then in the pool, I hate when we lose to Australia. And then in track, I hate when we lose to the Jamaicans. Like, I just can't stand it. Like,
I don't hate losing to Jamaicans though. Not that much. Because like they're still us in a way, if you know what I mean. But it's like I'd rather lose to them than Italy or China beating us in track. Think about it like that. You feel me? So it's kind of like
we got silver in the men's 100, and the gold medal went to Italy.
Yeah, like that.
Italy.
That just can't happen. I guess it's.
He was born and raised in El Paso until he was 2. He still ran for Italy, so I don't like that. Like, how? How?
It's just not right. It's just not right when you're not winning this year.
It sucks.
It does. It really does.
All I can pray for is that none of these relay teams drop the baton. Because, we kind of have issues with that.
Yeah, you train for so long, and then for that to happen, oh my God!
If that happens, cancel the whole Olympics.
It's over.
The whole Olympics.
The minute it hits the track,
cancel it all. Cancel it all.
Done.
I mean, we still have a chance to win gold in the relays. It's not over.
Yeah, it's not over.
Not the women's 4x1. The 4x4 maybe.
Yeah,
Lakers got that. They got that. They got that.
Let's go.
They got that for sure.
All right, let's move on to the women's basketball team USA. They've been doing pretty good. They might win the gold medal. What you think, Taylor? You think they taking the gold?
I feel like they can. They finally. I mean, like, just like how we had to adapt to COVID, both men's basketball and women's basketball didn't get the chance to like really be a cohesive unit and like have training camp and practice and all that stuff. They had like 2 weeks and then had to leave the middle of their seasons to practice. And then boom, we're already in Japan having to adjust to the time change and everything like that. But I think the women have a greater chance than the men because you have Brittany Griner, who is basically towering over everybody in pool play and women's basketball as a whole. Asia Wilson is in her first Olympics and she's dominating on the floor, on the boards. She's doing a really great job. Sue Bird, although her shots aren't falling, she's still able to get the ball where it needs to go to be the leader on the court that they need. So I really think, I really think that they will, Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi will get their 5th gold, and USA Women's Basketball overall will get their 7th gold. I really do.
Okay, you made yourself a little prediction there. I don't know. Maybe you might be right, but I have something else. But we'll talk about that once we move on to the predictions. But I want to recap Team USA as well, the men's basketball team. And it looks like they picked it up a little bit. I know they had 2 or 3 losses in the preseason games. I think it was 2.
Two.
Then, they had 2 and 1 in the group stage. Yeah. But I mean, they dominated Czech Republic. Who else did they just beat? They just beat somebody else the other day. Iran. They just dominated Iran. So they're starting to pick it up a little bit. We got Drew Holiday on the team now. Devin Booker is back. So we might have a full USA roster now. And maybe they can get the chemistry going and continue this momentum throughout the rest of the tournament. And who knows? Maybe they win gold. I know Serbia is looking hot out there, but I don't know. If U.S. can get it together, they're the better team on paper, and they should take the gold.
Spain, though.
Spain, yeah, Spain is good. I mean, we did beat them. We did beat them in the friendly, though. We did. So I'm not too worried about them. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about Serbia and Australia.
Man, we shouldn't be worried about nobody. There is no way.
I mean, you're right though.
It is no way Team USA should be losing to anybody. I'm just sorry.
Right. Exactly.
Like, you literally got the best players in the world on one team, bro. Like it's no way. I understand some of these players are coming from the NBA season and they going straight to Team USA, but it's when you got the best players in the world on one team, there ain't no way you should be losing. That's just how I feel though.
I mean, I feel the same way.
They picking it up though, so I mean, KD just got the record for most points ever Team USA.
Yeah, he passed Mel.
Yeah.
So they picking it up. So we'll see. I don't think they're gonna lose another game, but we don't know. Hopefully they don't.
I would also like to point out that the women always have like an upper hand to the men because WNBA players majority of the time have to go play overseas. So they know the FIBA rules. They know how FIBA works as soon as they step on the court. Whereas men have to adjust to it. So you're not going to get your NBA calls. You just got to suck it up and play basketball. So
that's a great point. So we're going to talk about predictions now. And since we're already talking about basketball, we're going to start with them first. And ladies first. So we're going to start with the Team USA women's basketball team. And what are your predictions for them? Are they going to win gold?
Gold.
Taylor says gold. Lance, what do you think?
I got to win gold.
You got to win in gold. Man, I'm going with Spain. Spain impressed me against Canada. That three-point shooting, the ball movement, the defense. I'm going with Spain. I think they get an upset over Team USA. So give me Spain.
You're committing treason right now. I just want to let you know.
You said what?
You're committing treason right now. I just want you to know.
I mean, I'm just
over there.
I'm just giving a slight hot take. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with Spain. Hopefully, Team USA women's win. But from what I saw from Spain against Canada, I think they're gonna take it.
You lucky you ain't got to take no hot sauce because you would.
Okay, so when we come back and we see Spain won, I want an apology.
I'm apologizing for nothing. I said what I
said. All right, let's move on to the men. So are they taking gold? Yes or no?
They'll be on the they'll be on the stand. I don't know where, but they'll be on the stand.
They picked it up. They pick it. I think they found it. I think they found. I got them winning gold. I don't see them losing no more. I don't.
I think once I see them play against Spain tonight, then I'll know. I need to see them against Spain.
I got them winning gold. Ain't no way. Like I said, ain't no way y'all should be losing. There's no way they should be losing.
They gonna be on the stand somewhere. I just don't know.
They gonna be on the stands, but I got them going gold. I got them going gold for sure.
What you
got? But Luka Doncic, he's 16-0 in international play. I mean, they're looking hot. They haven't lost the game. Like I said, he's 16-0. So I got to go with Serbia. I mean, they're just dominating. Luka's dominating. 48 points in one of those games. 32 points in another game. I mean, he just balling triple-double. Come on, man. USA doesn't have an answer for him. They don't have an answer for him in the NBA. They're not going to have an answer for him in the Olympic play, in international play. So I'm going with Serbia. And then you just look at Team USA. I don't know if they can get that chemistry going. I don't know if they can be consistent. Like I said, KD is their best player. And when he's the best player and he doesn't have a super team, then he's nothing. I'm sorry. He can't do it. I'm sorry. That's just a fact.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's just a fact.
Don't do that.
That's just a fact.
Don't do that.
Luka has proven he can do it. He did it when he was in Spain playing with his club team, and he's gonna do it in international with Serbia. So I'm going with Serbia winning the gold. So those are my predictions for basketball. So I'm going against both of y'all for both Team USA.
He always disrespects my boy.
All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna move on to track and field. Does Team USA get gold in any of these races? Do we bring home the gold in any of them?
Well, Sydney McLaughlin's definitely going to win gold in the 400-meter hurdles. I do know that. We might be able to sweep in the 400-meter hurdles. I really think that we could because all three qualified. So I think that could be a possibility.
Okay.
That's like my guaranteed gold right now for sure. Yes. Is in the 400-meter hurdles.
So you willing to bet your house on it?
I don't pay no bills, so yeah, I'll bet my house.
Okay.
Same thing with Taylor said. 400 meters. I got him going gold. I don't know about the other ones though. Because the Jamaicans, they some serious.
But like Tramell, did you not see Sydney run the semifinal in the rain?
I did. I saw it.
That she had.
I saw it.
Did I mention the world record holder now? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm gonna have to agree with y'all. Yes, I think they do get gold in that. So yes, we will bring home a gold medal in that race for sure. So I'm willing to bet my house on it. So
whoever up in the air.
Yeah, whoever wants to bet with me, you can have my house if it doesn't come true.
We're gonna have to change that blue stripe though.
Nah, it's gotta stay the same.
I mean, if you bet in your house, that means I can change some stuff. So
you're right. It's not my house no more. So yeah, but it's still gonna be my house because there's no way they don't get gold.
You're right. Now these other ones, I don't know. Well, men's 4x1, I got some hope. I got hope for men's 4x1. The women's, Jamaica got it. Y'all have that.
Right.
4x4. Women's. If Sydney's running, we all right. If she's running anchor, we're all right.
Right. Absolutely.
She's running anchor. I also hope Allison Felix gets on the medal stand for the last time, most likely. I don't know because she's a little bit older, but I have hope in my girl. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, track is just real up in the air right now, and I'm not liking this. It's upsetting me and my homegirls because usually I know, like, off the bat.
Okay, now we got gymnastics, and Simone Biles will make a return. So, do we get gold in this? Will we taking the gold medal home with her return?
I just want her to be okay. Yeah. If she doesn't make the stand, I won't be upset. I will applaud her for trying. I just don't think people realize how detrimental the twisties are. Your brain and your body are not on one accord. People have been paralyzed. We could have watched this woman's life change drastically had she not pulled out in all arounds. So for Simone's sake, I just want her to be able to compete and not get hurt and complete her routine. Suni, I expect her to be on the medal stand. I don't want bronze. I will take gold or silver. Suni's too good at balance beam to be getting bronze. I'm sorry. So that's my take on gymnastics.
I'm going to agree. I think we do take gold in that with Simone Biles' return. And I want to laugh at Novak Djokovic, the tennis player. He came out. He had some harsh comments for her, talking about how she quit and everything. And then he goes out there. He loses a match. Yeah, he choked, and then he was supposed to do the double match. He didn't even play in that match because he was too busy pouting. So, you left with no medal, and that's what you get for just
have my girl's name in your mouth.
Yeah,
have
exactly.
Name in your mouth.
Yeah, thank you, Taylor.
I stand Simone. I will stand on this hill. I will die on this hill. So when you got my girl's name in your mouth and there's negativity attached to it, you reap what you sow.
Right. And then I think we're going to take gold home in swimming as well. I think we'll get a couple of gold medals in that too. We're looking pretty good so far. I think we'll get some more. I don't know if we can catch up with China. We might finish second, but it might close the gap. And water polo. Don't forget about water polo. I think they're going to get gold in that too. So, yes. So, hopefully we can close the gap. Hopefully we can take the lead and be the #1 team. I think we will have the most total medals, but that first place is gonna be pretty tough. China has us in the chokehold right now, and we're gonna see how everybody did for Team USA. So stay tuned for that. This is Pass the Torch. For exclusive shows and premium content, subscribe to the Polaris Network on Patreon.